report on one more thing because I think this is absolutely explosive, and I don't know who the New Daily is. Presumably it's Australian media. It's not the top-notch sort of mainstream, but here we are. Defence whistleblower fears secret trial that will gag him. And I'm going to read this out in full. David McBride, the defence whistleblower whose claims are at the heart of Wednesday's police raid on the ABC, is facing a secret trial after Attorney General invoked national security powers. Mr. McBride faces years in jail if convicted of crimes involving the leaking of documents used in ABC's 2017 Afghan Files series. So that is a little bit equivalent to the people who leaked the information to Nikki Hager and John Stevenson in the hit and run case in New Zealand. Mr. McBride, a 55-year-old former Army lawyer, says he was informed on April 29th that the National Security Information Act would be invoked by the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions. He has pleaded not guilty, but admits handing over the documents and will defend his actions on public interest grounds. Quote, the Attorney General has come in and invoked special national security legislation passed after the September 11th terror attacks, Mr. McBride told the New Daily. The trial is going to be secret, and anyone who speaks about it outside the court case can be arrested. The law allows for closed hearings that require high-level security clearances for legal representatives, one of the reasons Mr. McBride has chosen to represent himself. To invoke the laws, the Attorney General Christian Porter gives notice in writing to all parties involved in the proceedings and their legal representatives. The Law Council of Australia has previously raised concerns about the broad application of the laws. It argues that the greater protection is required for whistleblowers and that courts should decide what matters are heard to ensure a fair trial. It's extremely dangerous. It's certainly a misuse of national security laws. I am obviously not talking about any secret capabilities we have, which is what the legislation is about. I am saying that the government is corrupt, basically, and that they are using national security legislation to cover up. It's a bit like China, you know, when they call journalists spies and they put them in prison. They are classifying us in the same way you might a spy, which of course is very dangerous. The language they use is national security information, and they are allowed to decide that unilaterally. It's very scary. You could be talking about corruption and bribery in some industry, and they could say, that's national security. Mr. McBride said it was important he spoke out now because he will not be able to comment once the trial is underway. That is why I am keen to talk today. I am not sure if they are going to come knocking on the door and say, we are going to arrest you now, or if you talk to anyone else you're going to go to jail, he said. The government leaks are like a sieve when they want information out there that they think helps them. Mr. McBride said he wanted to know why the Defence Department had not demanded an investigation into the leak of the Krompovets report into its special forces. The case has similarities with the case of the spy-turned-whistleblower who revealed Australia had bugged Timor-Leste's cabinet rooms that has also currently been heard in the ACT Magistrates Court. The employee of the Australian Secret Intelligence Service, known only as Witness K, has lost his bid for the trial to be held in open court hearings after his legal argument. And there are several cases that are happening like that here in New Zealand. Canberra sociologist Dr. Samantha Compraved's explosive confidential report, commissioned by Defence and leaked to the media in 2018, contains allegation that Australia's elite special forces might have used unsanctioned and illegal application of violence on operations. Stuart McCarthy, a 30-year-old Army veteran and friend of Mr. McBride, worked closely with him at the headquarters of Combined Team Uruzgan in Taran Kowt in 2011. Dave's expertise in operations law, including targeting, rules of engagement, and other complex legal issues, was absolutely crucial to what we were trying to achieve with the Afghan government, the Taliban, and local security forces, he told the New Daily. The environment where we were working in was complex, demanding, and dangerous. During a crucial period when the International Security Assistance Force was beginning to transition security responsibilities to the Afghan government and military forces, he said. I have no doubt that the concerns Dave later raised through the chain of command, then via the media, were serious, deserving independent and transparent investigation. Defence has obviously handled this matter poorly, once again highlighting the need for better whistleblower protections. So there we are, and I can't help but see this as being totally connected with the case of Julian Assange, and it looks like the Australian government, without even waiting kind of what happens to their citizen, has decided to jump the gun. So this is extremely alarming, and it goes beyond anything that happened with the ABC. So that's it from Seymour Rocks Down Under.